We are continuing with our knots, and now we're going to talk about the bowline. Just pronounced bowline, not bowline, bowline. And we're going to have use it in two different ways: the bowline and bowline with bight. I think it's the name is. The ordinary bowline, and you can do this in many different ways. I do it like the classical way. So this is coming from the end. You cannot really move this, and you look up. This one is below this one. Make it a little loop, not big one, because that's not the loop that will end up. Because this is the loop that will end up. That will be the bob in the bowline. So because this is below now, we're going up in this small loop from below, beneath, and going around again under and down parallel to this one. And we have the bowline. Bowline is a loop that doesn't shrink, it stays there. Very good. And you can always open it by breaking the neck. We have a story about this, like Princess and Dragon. So the princess is here, but now when these times we cannot use Princess and Dragon anymore, so then we started to use Prince and Dragoness, but actually we cannot use Princess and Dragoness or Prince Dragoness either. So we're just using hen 1 and hen 2, because that's the Swedish expression for no gender. So we have hen 1 here, and it's a small pond here, and this is hen 2, and hen 2 wants to have the hen 1. And hen 2 is well, staying here, sleeping here in this small pond, and hen 2 has a long tail. So now hen 2 watches, okay, wow, I can get this hen 1. So hen 2 going up the pond, going around and going to grab hen 1 and going down the pond again. But hen 1 really doesn't want to go into the pond, so stays there, and we have the bowline. So there's many different ways to do the bowline. I've actually saw a harbor master in Spanish Town in British Virgin Islands that just shook the rope twice, and then he had a bowline. Don't ask me how he did it, but it was great, amazing. There's also this bowline with the bight, and then we do it with double rope. We do the small pond, the small loop, and then we have coming up here, but instead of going around this way, we're going around this way, and we have a double loop, but you see here it's a single one, and it's really safe. It cannot go anywhere, and it stays there, of course. The bad thing with the bowline is that you cannot open it if you need the slack. You cannot be hard on, so don't use this to tighten your boat to a dock, because if the boat is hard on by the wind and you have difficulties to get some slack from the boat, then it's impossible to open. So don't use the bowline for that. For anchoring, for mooring types, you use the double clove hitch and 2 hitches and the anchor hitch. But this is when you're using, when you need a loop that will not shrink, will stay there. And if you have some slack in it, you can always open it. Nice ones. So now we have talked about the stop knots. We have 3 of them. We have the anchoring, also 3 of them, double clove hitch, 2 half hitches, and the anchor hitch. The stop knots, they are the figure 8. They are the double overhand knot, and the Stevedore knot, stop knot. And then we have the connection ones. It's the sheet bend, the double sheet bend, and the sheet bend with its loop. And we have the reef knot, and finally the bowline. If you know them, you're home free. You don't need to know more. Actually, well, I know one more, that's it, and I have been sailing all my life, so that's okay. But you really know to when and how to use them, and try to be fast to use them, so you don't have to think too much when you have to do them. Okay, thank you for watching.